it up to me.
Should be fun. So I'm gonna be pulling out the windshield wiper thingamabob. I don't know what it's called, but all it takes is 1/2. Should be fun. It's basically just one of these holding it on. I'll find that. Can get this off. Looks like to me it's attached to something like.
So what I want to do.
Yep, it is.
Let's put it on top of the car so we don't damage it. I bet these are hard to come by for a 73 Roadrunner.
I bet.
So you need to see if you can. You're probably going to have to come to
Yeah.
this side to see what you got to do. There's a rubber boot over top of the thing, probably to keep it from freezing up in the winter.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pull that rubber boot out and slide it back to be able to get to the clip.
Yep, let's see. I can't even get it.
You slide it back, or just there you go, fold it over. You're good.
Hey. Oop.
Don't lose that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the motor should come off the firewall. So slide it over towards the there you go.
So
Success.
it's actually not that bad inside of it.
So let's do this. Let's slide this clip back on it. Trade me. That way we don't lose it.
Yeah.
This is probably getting replaced anyway.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. Sticky, that's for a fact. I just want to let you guys know, in my right hand, the hand I'm using to hold the camera is a glove, and in my left hand is just bare. So I'm gonna flip that real quick, so be right back. Alright, so now we're back, and now I switch the gloves, so don't know what that is. But just look how dirty that is. It looks like a bird nest. Like, look at that.
Okay, so we finally got the wiper motor out of the way. Stripped a few more components off the firewall. We need to get this brake booster and this brake proportioning valve out of our way. Throttle cable. Anything else that comes through the firewall, so we can get that all cleaned up. Way to help. So, up under here under the dash, way up in here. So, there's 2 bolts there. There's 2 more there, and then there's a pin in the center that connects to the push rod for the master cylinder. So to get some tools and see about getting that stuff out of the way.
Why do you bend like that? Stop bending. stupid thing keeps bending. I can't get it to stop.
It's a universal joint.
It sucks.
It's supposed to be.
Go. I hate it. I physically hate it.
Off.
Is it?
Yep. You're gonna sling that socket off and hit yourself right in the face.
Now I need to get those other ones, don't I? Yep.
Alright, so you got all the screws off the inside, so let's go ahead and see if we got brake fluid. You can go clear to the end of the cap. There you go. I don't think it goes any further.
Probably not. No fluid.
Well, pull the rubber out.
Oh. Yep, there's fluid.
Oh.
These look new.
They look what?
The bottom of it looks new.
I think we're good. I don't see any fluid in there. And since we're replacing all the brake lines and the proportioning valve and everything anyway, I say we just cut it all out of there. What do you think?
Sure. Let's cut it.
Alright. Let's get some tools.
Yep.
At this point, we've got all the lines loose. My cylinder's out. We had to cut one of the forward lines, but we're replacing them all anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We've got one nut left to get off to get the proportioning valve out. Back inside the fender here. And we'll just be about done stripping the brakes out of the engine bay. You got clips across the firewall?
Yep.
Alright. Woo, 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 woo.
Good.
meant it to grab on either side of the clip and lift straight up.
Well, there's something right here.
Alright, so it's been a pretty productive morning. We've got the brake booster out, master cylinder out, proportioning valve out, brake lines out, wiring harness is unrouted. We got the battery tray out. Let's see my channel. Came right out. Crazy how stuff is just coming apart instead of having to fight it. I love it. We'll have to get the fuel lines. We'll have to get the rear brake line and the speedometer cable as well as the throttle cable out before we start doing any sanding and prepping. We'll throw this stuff in the corner because I don't know what hardware we're going to need off of these components. It's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and say that that's the original brake booster with that tag on it. Alright, good for now?
Yeah. No,
you're not in focus. Step back a little bit so it can focus on your butt head. So what are we doing?
Taking all the fuel lines out.
Of what?
My rotor.
Where is it?
Look above.
Oh. Look at that.
It might be rusty, but we ain't gonna know. There's so much dirt.
It's not rusty at all. Look, you can still see the factory paint where the cross member came out.
Nice. I can see carpet.
Oh yeah.
That one's clogged, that one's not.
So see, look, here's your fuel lines over here.
Yep.
They gotta come out, and then over here, here's your brake lines. Here's your column shift mechanism. That's your shifter bracket. There's those new rubber insulators for 73. But man, this car, for sitting for 38 years, it's amazingly solid. That looks like a bunch of factory undercoating.
It does. And then back here.
So you got a factory pinion snubber here. You got a factory rear sway bar. Isn't that cool?
You know it's also cool? We can fix our transmission. You don't know why?
What transmission?
It's in the back. It's in the trunk.
Oh, we're not using that one. That's a little weak transmission.
True.
You got exhaust manifold or exhaust pipe hangers are still here. You got your cool exhaust tip hangers are still back there.
Alright, so
This car has, I don't even think that's a tiny little bit of rust in that corner.
Alright, so you might be thinking it's completely empty, you had no drivetrain? Well, we took that out before we even had the channel, so you will see that soon.
We took what out?
The drivetrain.
Oh, the drive shaft. Yes, we have the 727 drive shaft that comes with it. This is interesting. You've got this cross member here, but you've also got something here. I wonder what that was all about. Like a built-in drive shaft loop? It's part of the structure. The torsion bars go into it.
Yeah.
Oh, they got rubber mounts on them also. That is interesting.
So today, we're going to be taking the gas line out, the gas tank, and the brake lines. So, let's get to it.
Okay, you got tools?
Yeah.
You need those.
Then we need to find out size is, I'm thinking,
The one that's missing.
probably. Actually, I'll go. You may be right. Nope, you're wrong.
What size is it?
It's a 5/8.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, it's 9/16. Alright, so up there, straight up is your vent lines. We need to cut those 4 vent lines, cut the return line, and cut the cinder line. Then the tank should slide off the fill tube back here and come out, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see. Alright, let's check this out. What are you doing?
Get news out of the way.
So, I don't know what that thing is right there, but it looks like some kind of fuel return vapor separator thingy. We'll have to figure that out. The supply line is here, the cinder line is here, so that's easy. We'll have to get new
Bolts.
bolts. I don't know what holds those in, but they didn't want to come out. Wonder if there's a build sheet on top of this tank. That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Nope, I never get lucky like that.
Everything's loose. So we're gonna have to cut it somewhere over there because we cannot get it through some of these places, like the K-member. So, yeah, we're gonna have to get the big boy tools again.
All right.
So, was it easy?
Is it ever easy?
Right?
All right, I think we're gonna call it a night. Do the brake lines
Tomorrow morning.
Well, we were gonna go inside and call it a night, but just for you guys, we decided to go ahead and finish so you could see. Wait, let me flip you around. You can see fuel tank, neck, patter out. That's all the fuel lines, all the brake lines. We will still have to strip the brake lines off the rear axle. Like I said, we're replacing every bit of this brake system, but all the lines are out, so hopefully the vendor will be in Daytona and we just grab a kit and come home and put it back in. Well, I think that about does it for this episode. We're gonna... Is that right? What is happening?
Dizzy.
Hmm?
Dizzy.
That's happening. So you can see there's a few chunks of car. There's some pretty interesting bracketry that holds the brake lines and fuel lines as they go over the spring perches here for the front of the leaf spring. Definitely something I'm not used to. Other than that though, I think we're good.